the World Wrestling Federation Championship, it will now be governed under no-hold-balls rules.
He said no hold balls rules.
You so freaking bad. Wrestle me.
Welcome everybody to Juice Pro Wrestling episode 197. Don't you know I'm Loko? Yeah, with the fucking proprietor of the hottest independent wrestling organization in Houston, Texas. I'm talking about Jaime Martinez from the one, the only Loko Wrestling.
Jesus, what an introduction, dog. Like, for real. I know that's what's horrible. But anyways, guys, thanks for having me on. If it ain't Loko, it ain't fire, baby. So thank you for having me.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for coming on. We got a lot to talk about, man. And some of it towards the tail end here might be a little bittersweet, for fans of your product and wrestling, independent wrestling fans as a whole. We don't know. Yes. Only time will tell. But what I want to get into right now is kind of, dude, you guys have been on my radar for a good long while. You guys are the reason why I discovered Ninja Mac, who's been on the show. And dude, I mean, he's fucking blowing up. I've been able to see and meet him at Warrior Wrestling out here. You see, he's going out and doing shit for Pro Wrestling Noah in Japan and just fucking killing it, with GCW. You guys, man, where the fuck did this idea come from for Loko Wrestling, and how long have you guys been doing it? For everybody out there that's listening across the motherfucking galaxy, not just in Texas, because they know what it's about. And the whole reason we got you on here is we like to showcase different promotions. So please fill us in.
Well, it was an idea during the pandemic, and pretty much we were like board training at that warehouse, the Houston Premier Arena, where we do the shows. And it was
so before, COVID struck, and you're like, "Fuck it, let's get a bunch of people together and party."
There you go. No, it wasn't like that. We were just training. And then it was like towards the end, little things were opening up. So we were the first. I feel like we were the first kind of promotion that did an actual show during the pandemic, and we started like booking like Psycho Clown and fucking Bestia, Say, and all these other guys.
Say.
And we were trying to get, just show out because we were fucking bored. We had money and we were like, hey, let's throw this fucking show. And, we did the first one and, we drew like 50, 75 people, something like that. And then we did a second one. It kind of drew a little bit more. And then it just kind of grew from there. And then, we're just like, we're here, you know what I mean? Because it was basically me and Pedro. We're just like, hey, man, let's do Loko Wrestling, but not with the C. Let's do it with the K. And then we came up with the logo. And, we went from there. And 2 years later, we're here. We did collab shows with, like, GCW several times. The homies blew up. And, we're just like, we're here, man. We're here.
Hell yeah. And you're speaking of the logo and all that. You guys got hella good fucking merch. And also the logo I use, which is kind of a nice little segue here. Dude, it's totally fucking metal. It's like a death metal fucking logo. And I appreciate that very much. I mean, that's another thing that has drawn me to you guys. And you guys don't shy away from like the deathmatch style either. I mean, you guys kind of have a little bit of everything for everybody, which is awesome. Let's kind of dive in real quick before we get into like any more of the wrestling shit. Cause dude, me and Bodie are, death metal dudes, music guys. And we talked a little bit. You told me you've been going to shows, underground shows since like the early 90s. Dude, fill me in on your musical past.
Well, my when I finally got like my parents finally like gave me some freedom, which is around like 13, 14 years old.
Get the
They
fuck
would
out of
honestly,
me.
pretty much, dog, like honestly, they would give me like $50 back in like the 90s, and they would like say, "Hey, go ride the bus," and I was just already a metalhead, and
Getting
dude, they
yourself a
just
10 sack, you know, and a fucking Slayer record.
said, pretty much what I did was I would ride the bus. I would go to this venue in Houston called Fitzgerald's, and it was before the internet really kind of like popped off. So we would find out through like flyers. Well, they have a little stash or like a little bulletin right there, and that's how we found out about shows, and that's how like kind of my music kind of grew from there. Because back then, when I was going to shows, new metal was just like kicking in. So this was like 93, 94, 95. I saw Korn when they were small. I saw Deftones when they were small. I saw Mudvayne when they were small. But it was just and then as I like kind of grew up a little bit older, my taste changed a little bit. It got more like, I wouldn't say more like, I would go underground. I would discover bands like, Black Dahlia, shit like that. There was, I would call it scene bands. Like in the early 2000s, had your, man, it was like Impending Doom, Devil Wears Prada, stuff like that. Went from like Kill Switch and like As I Lay Dying to that stuff. And then it kind of like, I kind of grew out of it, and I just started going to like underground shows, grindcore shows, because a lot of my friends are in grindcore bands. So it's like bands like, they call this like Kraus Malfication, Dysmetria, type bands like that. Those are local bands around here. And then you got like kind of like the satanic scene, where you got like songs called like Single Digit Abduction and more of a perverted shit. You know what I mean? Like it's just like different genres, And there's this one place that it's called 666. It's owned by satanic people. And man, they
You
have
don't
some
say.
of the, and then they throw some of the best motherfucking shows ever, man. Like the vibe is cool. I love it. I want to throw a no ring show there soon.
Ooh.
So, because it has like a lot of Baphomets and all around like big murals. And I'm like, dude, this looks like a background from like Blade or a fucking like, I don't know. It's just like,
You gotta make it rain fucking blood too.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Music.
Like I love it, dude. Like that's the type of shit that like I'm starting to like more gravitate to, so
Welcome to the dark side, my brother.
Man,
yeah.
Have a seat.
Dude,
dude said Mudvayne, like early Mudvayne.
I'm talking about like early Mudvayne,
Yeah.
like
Hey, I got
dude,
a funny story about them. I know what you're talking about because I used to see them tour with like Seven Dust and like Slipknot, but it was like early Mudvayne, like when they were just coming up. And I used to live in Wisconsin, so they're from the like Moline, Illinois area. I remember seeing them at this place called the Rave of Milwaukee, and they were handing out tapes, like demo cassette tapes with like 3 songs. It was like Death Blooms and I think like Dig were the 2 songs on there, and they were handing out. It was before they were like perfectly mastered and redone. So I think I still have that somewhere actually. So I know what you're talking about, early Mudvayne, man.
And also I got into back in the day, dude. Y'all remember fucking Mushroom Head?
Yeah.
I remember Mushroom Head. Hey, dog, like, I don't know why people shit. I don't know why they shit on that band, but they got like a little, place in my heart. You know what I mean? Like, when
they got a raw deal. They got a raw deal because of Slipknot, so everyone was comparing them to Slipknot.
Gimmick infringement, brother. That's a no-no in wrestling and in music.
Get your shit in, bro.
Yeah, man. But
You
hey,
got like 13 dudes in a band with masks. You're bound to get that comparison,
Yeah, I know, but they were still good. But they were like, their music was a little bit different from like Slipknot in a way, I think, because of the singing. I saw them back in the day too. So
me too,
dude. Early Deftones. So you seen Deftones like what? Adrenaline era?
Ooh, sick.
Yes, I still have the T-shirts. I still got all my T-shirts, man. That's the one thing that I never threw away was all my concert T-shirts. I have a lot of them, dude.
And those vintage shirts go for a hell of a lot. That's why there's such a huge, like, I call it like the aftermarket, but it's a bootleg fucking market. You'll find a lot of cats on fucking Instagram and shit that have these, they do replica shirts from like any band, dude. I got tons of Danzig ones and shit there. Like Lucifuge shirts that are from like 92 that you can't fucking get anymore, but they reprint them and they're awesome quality. It's like, and if you get the original shit, I've seen like, for instance, there was this Netflix show called Slobby's World. This motherfucker was buying like old Looney Tunes, Chicago Bulls shirts, and like, oh yeah, I paid a cool $5 or I paid $5 for. I'm gonna sell it for a cool $3.50. Well, like what? Let me go dig out my
you know what's
shirt.
crazy? You know what's crazy, bro? Is that I that's how I funded Loko at the beginning.
Really selling some shirts?
I was doing WWE vintage. I was into that for like because I was a big collector from like back. I've been a lifelong wrestling fan since like the early 80s. My dad was a fan. So I collected everything and I didn't throw nothing away. So I started selling my back catalog and I was like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like, dude, I sold a WrestleMania 17 shirt, my old one, and it was fucking faded and a little cracked. I sold it for fucking $300 to some guy in the UK. You know
Jesus
what I mean?
Christ.
So,
dude, I still got Nirvana shirts from 93, 94. They're probably worth. My old lady won't let me sell them though. And I'm like, you know, these shirts, I could probably get 500 a piece now. I got like 13 of them and they're all like damn near 30 years old.
The one I'm gonna give you a good story, man. I sold the it was Sid versus fucking Shawn Michaels at the Royal Rumble. I don't know if it was in San Antonio, but I sold that shirt for $750 to some guy in the UK. Dude, I found that shirt. I found that shirt at some vintage pop-up and I bought it off the guy for like, I think it was like $50.
See, you've been talking to Slobby Robbie and you sold it for a cool $750.
No, I didn't talk to Slobby. I think Slobby copied. Hey, I think he copied off of me because I've been doing this for a grip. And that's when I found out about. But Slobby was like a shoe guy at first. And then he got into vintage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
where's that dude from?
Of Las Vegas, I think.
I think it is Vegas. Yeah. I think it was somewhere warm. Dude.
Yeah, man, because I know a lot of collectors in Vegas, dog. Like my homeboy we threw Wrestle Swamp 1 here in Houston, and we had all the vintage guys from Instagram, all the heavy hitters, all at the Houston Premier Arena. I think my friend made like $10,000 that night, bro. Dog, just selling vintage shirts, dog.
Dude, it's insane. It blows my mind. Like, and some of these shirts too, I mean, they're bootlegs. There might be vintage, but they're fucking bootlegs, man. And like, I got familiar with this market because of that fucking show, you know, and then obviously buying, you know, my own band shit off of, you know, the internet. But like bootlegs, they're selling for hundreds of dollars. But the thing is, they're old. You can't fucking get them. Like, dude, it blows my mind. Now, you say you're a major collector. Now, were you just collecting the shirts? You're talking about everything. I mean, we're talking action figures, foam middle fingers. Oh, hell yeah.
I never got to that point, but I have a lot of t-shirts because I'm a t-shirt head. I don't do the action figure stuff, but I have a friend that does it. So I'm always hooking him up. And, but I mostly do like the shirts. I'll do hats sometimes. I sold a 1976 Ric Flair trucker hat for like $275.
Ah,
that's crazy.
Damn, a trucker. I'm all about the trucker hats, man.
Yeah,
I'm rocking my fucking midnight trucker hat right now, but dude.
But yeah, it's like I've been doing that. I've been doing that stuff for a while. So another kind of funny story is like, I don't know if y'all remember that all over print Bret Hart that's pink, and I don't know if y'all seen it. Well, anyways, there's a little funny story about that because I started doing my research because I owned one before, but I sold it. But anyways, to get to the point, that was a parking lot bootleg t-shirt. And Vince saw it and said, hey, bro, that shit's fucking fire. So he confiscated all the bootlegs off the thing and re-released it in a different color. So, yeah, that's a little story. So
that's a mini fire shit.
Yeah, so basically,
that's what we do.
That's funny.
Here's $3 million. Don't talk about
it. Fucking Vince, dog. Fucking Vince, dog.
Real quick, since we're on the subject.
That's all, folks. There you go. Yep. Take it to the head, kid. Way to go. Bom, bom.
yes, listen. Dude, what's your take on this Vince shit? I mean, real quick, I'll give you my taste, then you can throw me back some flavor. I think anybody in a position of power that's worth, millions upon millions, let's say $1 billion, has been doing it for a long time. These, no matter what medium of entertainment or however you got the money, these people, I think their minds get like perverted by the fact of like power and as much money as they got. So to sit there and think that this is kind of like out of the blue or shocking, I don't really think it is. I'm surprised there hasn't been more shit coming out. And then he comes on SmackDown and just kind of does like the mic drop thing and like kind of like, you fucking, the way I took it was like, he didn't want to come out and directly say it. Maybe he legally couldn't say anything about it, but he was just like, hey, we're together. Well, whatever he was meaning about being back together again, and just kind of threw the mic out. Like, to me, it said that he's like, yeah, he's a little pissed off about it, but what can he do? Yeah. What's your take on this shit with Vince?
My take on Vince is he's under a big fucking like microscope and everybody's dissecting him, dog. So him doing that doesn't surprise me, because if you look up Vince McMahon creepy stories on YouTube, there's a whole line of them.
A lot of them.
Well, now we got John Laurinaitis too.
Well, man, you already know, man. He seems like a creepo, man. So.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, creepo.
I was like his brother better.
Like that. So the way I see it, man, they were gonna take him down, but eventually it was like, how? You know what I mean? So, but either way, he's not gonna get in trouble because he paid with his own money. It's not, if he paid with company money, then I would understand. Oh, yeah, we're gonna come after him. But he was like, no, man, I paid her out of my pocket, dog. Like, that's like $300 to me, dog.
Yeah, take the D and, keep it quiet.
Pin it on Laurinaitis. He's the fall guy. But now that since WWE is, publicly traded and stuff, they got to look at the interests of shareholders, stockholders, and all that. It's a little bit different ball game. So, some stuff might catch up to them because of them being publicly traded and, how their conglomerate and how their business is done now with a board of directors and all that. It's not just Vince at the head of the table, pointing fingers and moving
Pepsi
pieces.
says, hey, I don't want our fucking ads running on your TV time slot anymore. It's like, then you got a bunch of pissed off people. That's where he fucked up by going public, Vince, because now it's not just him. He's sitting with however many people are on the board. And it's like, if we're all jointly pissed at you, they could force his ass out,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Things can happen.
But, I mean,
but that shit's whack anyway. Hey, it's the news of the day, and everybody needs a little dirt, a little tea for pro wrestling. And, it made us forget about Thunder Rosa and Sasha Banks. And we're like, okay, now we're talking about Vince,
Yep.
So,
exactly.
Yeah. It's like the wrestling Illuminati says, forget about those two. Let's talk about Vince.
Yeah. He's like, damn it, I paid you guys to give me some publicity.
These storylines are more interested in what's going on in the ring.
Hey, do you keep up with Impact at all?
I saw some stuff. I saw the girls go through the table. I saw AJ Styles put him over or say something really nice. I didn't see the actual clip, but I saw pictures on the internet, on Facebook about it.
Were you ever you ever watch TNA at all during the last?
I went to one TNA event. It was here in Houston, and I think it was during the era where Booker T was in TNA. Mm-hmm. So he brought it to Houston. I think they had it in the Astro Arena, and they had the whole World Cup. And I don't know. It was when TNA was bigger. You know what I mean? There was actually like thousands and thousands of people there. So
it was like that mid 2000s.
I think it was Victory Road. I don't know if it was 07, 08 or 09. I really don't know, man. It was one of those.
Not a big TNA fan though.
I honestly don't really watch TNA as much. Honestly, I don't watch WWE as much either.
Right.
I just follow what the last thing I saw was that the Ninja Mac Jack Evans match, that whole pay-per-view, that GCW one. Yeah. That was the last actual wrestling that I actually watched. So, but man, it was brutal. I saw Jack Evans knock himself out through the 630.
Yeah. Hope he's okay, man.
Brutal,
he landed high up on them shoulders. That was nasty.
there's this guy named Chris Carter. He wrestles for us. He wrestled Shane Mercer at the last Loko event. And I saw him at a local show, show there at the arena. And dude, he did a 630. I'm talking about he was stiffened up. And I was scared because I was like, it was bad. It was real bad. It was worse than Jack Evans. And I was like, man, bro, people that are booking him, concussions like that don't go away over in a month. You know what I mean? So these kids need to learn, hey, man, if you get a concussion like that, go away for like 4 or 5 months or something like that. Get your mind right. That's ET
you have to. It's not good for your brain, man. For real. You don't want to just snap on people or have like mood swings because that shit would do that to you.
For sure, dude. My son suffered an injury. Bodie, dude,
I've had numerous concussions. Yeah.
I mean, I got knocked out one time by my kid when he was little with a baseball bat. I know I got a concussion for that, but maybe I get pissed really easily sometimes, but I think I'm just an asshole. So, but no, that is serious shit, man. Because you look at guys like, dude, Rob Van Dam has a good documentary out. I think what is it, Headstrong?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
I'm glad that they're bringing more attention to that shit now, but it's like even scarier nowadays because everybody is set the bar so high, like,
hey, kid,
where do you go from here? You got, man, young guys that would have never dreamed of doing this shit 20 plus years ago. And now it's like any move, man, it seems like it could kill you. Not everybody can be the Young Bucks or be, Phoenix, or Ricochet or Osprey and those dudes do it and they do it with such like
precision, dude.
Finesse, dude. Yeah. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
They make it look so easy. Like even Sammy Guevara, like some of the stuff he does, except the occasional ladder botch. But no, like some of the stuff he does even too. It's like you need to be like picture pin perfect with some of these, and they make it look so.
Sammy's the homie. Sammy's the homie, man. He lives in Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
So I don't want to name drop it, but I do know Sammy. So, he's been to 2 Loko shows. That's why.
I've seen some footage.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. So every time we called him up, I actually asked him to wrestle at Loko, and the fee he gave me was like, "All right, bro. No more homie hookups, dog."
Oh no, shit! You play you dirty.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I don't get that GCW love, dog. You know what I mean? Because GCW gets everybody, man.
Yeah, they do.
What's it? I mean, you've worked with GCW. Have you watched them kind of since like the beginning? And what's your take on what they're becoming?
Actually, I saw what they were doing at the beginning, but I wasn't like too much of like, oh, I gotta go out of my way to go see it because I was already doing shows. I was doing like the metal and the wrestling stuff, and then I was doing like family pro wrestling before I got into the Loko. Before I started Loko, but I wasn't watching any of that stuff. I was like, that's when I was kind of in my own little world in the Texas Indies and stuff like that. So I wasn't really watching so much wrestling. So
that's good though. That's kind of where the real you comes out and into play. Like you're presenting this product that's got your name, your fucking, it's your baby. You're wearing it on your fucking sleeve, and kind of I think, like AEW, for them guys to be a real true alternative, stop watching WWE. Don't do it. Like create your own space and world. And you guys have done that. I mean, dude, I've seen guys like fucking hitting blunts in the ring. That's
that's the shit.
Real talk. I'm sponsored by like some underground weed guy, and he just gives me free weed. He gives me like an ounce or two, and I let him in the show.
That's
you know
great.
what I mean. So it's like one of those things. Like these glasses right here. I got a glasses sponsor, and they gave me my prescription with some Oakley glasses. So you know what I mean. Like Loko has his perks. You know what I mean. So you get free eyeglasses with my prescription because the last one, they weren't looking so good. So I needed another one. So.
Oh, brother, I've been there.
That's awesome.
Dude, man with the big pimping.
Yeah, man. Hey, bro. Hey, I the one thing that I'm good at is getting like sponsors and getting people to believe them into Loko because you have to show them. You show them a highlight reel, show them what you're all about, show them a fucking packed house. You know what I mean? So, and we just show them growth. Our tickets were $5. Now we're at $50 front row. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that we did that in less than a year. We did that in like 6 months.
You think out there in Texas, because I mean, dude, it's such a rich history of professional wrestling. I mean, still to this day, you know, you have some of the majors that come out for, I mean, dude, Mania was just in Dallas, you know, me and Stretton were there. We went to Pele Pro show sometime
last year. Yeah.
And
that's cool. I know him, Kyle, right?
Yeah, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I met him. He would come up and do shit with Warrior backstage, and so we got to talking, and we just, you know, became friends. And they started their gig, and like his friend one day was like, "Fuck it, you want to take an impromptu trip?" Yeah, plane tickets were cheap at the time, not anymore. You know,
not no more.
Yep.
Oh man, those are expensive, guys. I can tell you some horror stories about like the stuff that the plane, like, dude. When I had a Cura on the last one, I booked him a flight and he missed it. So I had to pay a guy $100 to drive him to fucking Dallas to get a flight at 6 a.m. for Beyond. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
And I ended up, that plane ticket cost me $600 motherfucking dollars.
Oh, wow.
How'd that taste?
Yes. Oh, bro. I didn't bat an eyelash. I was like, get him to Beyond. Get him to Beyond, dog. Like, I don't want no. Because the thing is Beyond Wrestling was really good as far as like helping me pay for that. So, you know, they helped me pay for the other flight, but I had to pay that one out of my own pocket. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things where, man, just charge it to the game, dog. Fucking, fuck, man. I don't know. It's just one of those things, guys. Dog, putting some of these like super indie shows costs a lot of fucking money. And there's a lot of, that's why I'm like gonna take a break and stuff like that, because dude, my promoter bump card is full and I need a fucking break. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. And dude, I'm glad you said that. For people out there watching and listening, that's a good thing to hear. We hear it all the time coming from the talent standpoint, you know, but dude, the stresses of booking, you know, me and Bodie know it as far as doing, you know, with bands and shit, with music. I just know what trying to do with this podcast and even with guests and all that and lining everything up, dude. It's a lot, dude. So I'm just glad that you brought that to light, because there is, as far as running a promotion and like, dude, you got that mad hustle. It seems, you know, you're balling out with the sponsorships, which we need to talk off air, by the way. But there's a price you pay, you know, like I think mentally, your mental health, you know, like if you don't mind, if you want to dive a little deeper into that, just like how it's been for you and where you're coming from, because the whole point being, you know, you guys are on fire. You know, we talked off air. You're doing well. Loco's doing well, but like mentally, and it's very important, you need to be not only to put out a better product, but for your own well-being, you know, like if you want to dive into that.
My pressure for me is trying to top every motherfucking show. Better, bigger, better. Oh, Jaime, dog, listen to the fans. The fans want this, and that. I give it to them, dog. They wanted Rhino. They wanted Miriam Huertas. They wanted Loki. I give him everything, dog. I don't give a fuck how much it costs. I'm like trying to work with the guys and give it to them. You know what I mean? Like if Ninja Mac wants to wrestle Loki, I'm going to do it for Loki. If fucking Dante Leon wants to wrestle fucking Trey Miguel, I'm going to do that for him. I believe in those guys. I believe in all my guys. If Sadika wants to wrestle Nick Gage, or she wants to wrestle John Wayne Murdoch, Hoodfoot, anybody, dog, I'm going to do it for them. I believe in them that much. Just like what Ninja Max says, always make max bets, big bets. That's what we do at Loko. So that's what we do, man. My whole stress is coming up with a lot of fucking money. Like, not even like a lot of money. It's just like, you know, just by example, I had Mil Muertes, Rhino, and some other guy. And I forgot, I think it was either Psycho Clown or a tag team. And it was a combined total of, just for 3 guys, it was like fucking $3,000+ dollars.
Yeah.
So And then I paid for their flights, and I had to come up with the guarantees, which wasn't a hard part. But the thing is, that's stressful. And the whole payroll at the end of the day was almost like $5,000. So just imagine that's the kind of stress that I was in. But luckily, I'm a motherfucking hustler, and I don't stress out about bullshit like that.
This is for the G's, and this is for the hustlers.
The hustlers. Hey, pro wrestling's a hustler game. If you're not here in pro wrestling, the fucking hustler, get the fuck out, bro, for real. You're not gonna be sitting on your phone waiting for motherfuckers to hit you up. Oh man, book me on this show, no. You gotta be on it. You gotta be on it, and you gotta show them. You know what I mean? You just can't be like, oh, here's my highlight reel. A highlight reel don't do its justice. Send me a motherfucking match where the fucking company's betting the whole house on you and putting you in there with the number one guy. You know what I mean? Because Dante was doing that. Dante hit me up. And he was like, hey, bro, I just graduated from the Seth Rollins school and this and that. I was helping this guy run taco shop shows. So we put Dante right there with Ninja Mac. Nobody saw it. And then the first time they saw it at Loko Wrestling. So that's how we kind of gave it a trial run. It's like, you can't trust some of these guys in these emails. You know what I mean? You got to see it for yourself. So we had to do that, and we did it. So, it's just one of those things where, I don't know, man. I don't know where I'm going with this. I kind of lost track, but like, you got to believe in your guys, dog. You got to bet the whole house on them, dog. And that's how you get in Loko. That's how you get in Loko, dog. Like, you have to show me, dog. So
for sure. Hey man, speaking of show me though, and we're gonna cycle back here in a moment to what is the little break you got coming up here, but in July, I think your guys' next show, what, July 23rd?
Yes, it's called Locoholics. We got Christopher Daniels. Robert
nice.
Eagle,
I just saw him at Black Label.
Oh yeah, Black Label. I know. Big shout out to the Black Label homies. We're gonna have Christopher Daniels, Robert Ego, Anthony, Fuego del Sol, Joe Alonzo, Aries. A couple of the local guys, Easy James. I got some surprises. I just don't want to announce everything, but we got our championship belt on the line. At the last show, dude, people were so invested into that storyline, it almost caused a near riot, dog. Like, they were really, like, at the last show, they were, like, legit pissed because they wanted to see Sam Stackhouse win the championship, dog. So, they wanted to win him back from the sheriff, Kiefer Bartek, and they were so pissed off because the bad guy won. And as soon as I saw that first beer, I was like, no! And then, like, oh, my God, it was just beer after beer. Some guys were chucking chairs. I saw a guy throw one of those, like, I don't know if you've been to a Lucha Libre show, but they're made out of wood and they make that little noise. And somebody chunked it at I don't know if it was Kiefer Bartek, but somebody just chunked it at him, dog. Like
Batman and shit, except when it's spinning, it's like.
Yeah,
like a caraca.
Chunked it. Yeah, they chunked it and it hit Kiefer Bartek. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, they were that pissed off at him. And man, the fans were so pissed off at him. I don't think he left the venue till about 1:30, 2 o'clock. The show ended at 12.
Jeez.
Hey man, kayfabe.
There were guys outside ready to beat his ass.
Yes.
So
that's that old school heat.
Yeah, it's like Sam Adonis. He's telling us about being out in Mexico, and they were wanting to kill him. They had to there's like someone there with a gun or something at the front, and they're like had to wait for him to leave and send him around back or some shit. Like, damn, dude,
this is crazy, man.
It's like going 70s and 80s on us. You're Texas though, dude. That's where shit's supposed to happen,
right?
Yep. I got them all gassed up, dog, and they were invested because fucking Kiefer Bartek burned our first belt. And the thing is with that is like I wasn't talking to those guys, so everybody was thinking that we were all like really like they were all pissed off at we didn't have like animosity towards each other. I just said, hey, bro, you're gonna win the fucking belt, and I was like, I told him, hey, bro, burn the belt, and you're gonna fucking piss the fans off. And sure enough, like him burning the belt, and that just set it off, dog. Like for real, I had this girl have a Bowie knife, and I had to take it away from her. You know what I mean? Like she was walking in, I'm gonna fuck him up. I'm gonna fuck her. I know, and I was like, dude, I was like,
but the Dundee.
She had the Dundee, give that fucking blood. I tell you, and I took it away from her, and I gave it back to her after the show. But there was people bringing in like, because I had a fans bring weapons match at the last event, and they were bringing some really psychotic shit, dog. I took some of these guys.
What would you define as psychotic shit? I mean, dude, we got death matches with dildos with nails in them.
Oh no,
razor boards and shit too.
Razor boards, and the one guy brought a wiffle bat with razors on it, and one guy would like. I didn't mind the thumbtack wiffle bats, because people don't care about thumbtacks, but like when it gets to like razor blades and the guys
scissors,
they don't want to do that. Yeah, scissors and such. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. If I do some shit like that, I'll put Sadika and Mickey Knuckles together and let them do that shit.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Give them some gusset plates.
Yeah, exactly. They're in that genre. These guys, they're not in that genre, dog. Like for real. And not everybody was made for that deathmatch genre. So.
Sren's not made for it. He hates it.
That's like seeing like Jun Kazai taking some of them scissor board bumps and shit like that, and some of them other dudes at FMW. It was into seeing like gashes like this big, and you can see meat hanging out of their side, and they're like just going to town like nothing happened. I'm like, real men and brothers.
Real talk. That's a lot of cocaine.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's a lot of scar tissue.
Gotta be on some. And we're talking back in the day too, so it probably was true in some instances.
I ain't gonna lie. I did a little. Hey, when I went to fucking Hammerstein for that World on GCW.
Oh, you went there?
Lie. Yeah, I did go. Of course, I had to see my boy Ninja Mac and Dante kill it in New York, man.
Yeah.
That day, I smoked a lot of weed. I did a little bit of yayo because I didn't sleep for like 36 hours,
to
bro.
the yayo.
Oh man,
I was busting a Hugo Siminovich on AAA, bro. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, it's just one of those things. Well,
fucking rock and roll, man.
Yeah, it's rock and roll, dog. Like it's like when we went to the Collective in Dallas. I took my wife. And she goes, "You want to do wrestling stuff? I'm gonna give you 2 days in the life of pro wrestling because I used to manage. I used to manage Sadika. I used to be her manager, and I used to like handle all her bookings. And I took her to all her bookings. And dude, we started at 9, and we didn't get home till 2. You know what I mean? And it was like 2 days in a row of that. And she was like, my wife was like, "No, I can't do this. I cannot do this wrestling stuff." I told my wife all the time, I do this on the regular, dog. So it's easy.
On the Reggie.
Let's say nothing.
Speaking of Reggie, isn't that your guys' mascot?
Yeah, we came up with this. Actually, there's a real Reggie Jackson. But the thing is,
yeah, dude. I mean, come on. That's probably like the number one name in America.
Everybody thinks it's me, but it's not me. It's this guy. You're
lying to me.
No, it really isn't me. It's it was this guy. It's this college professor guy that really believes in us. And at first he was sponsoring a lot of Loko. Yeah. And we just imagine Reggie Jackson because my friend Pedro likes to smoke a lot of Reggie, and I'm a drug guy.
The brick is alive and well. 2022.
I didn't think that was around.
Okay. Reggie, you can get it in Houston, Texas, because bro, Mexico's just like down there.
Exactly.
So been there, brother. Been there.
And it's not bad. It's not no Bobby Brown or nothing like that. It's
not no ditch weed.
It's not Bin Laden weed. Remember that? They got that Bobby Brown.
You know what I mean? Like, y'all had some Bobby, dog.
We've all had it, man. Truth about Ronnie.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, but yeah, man, stuff like that, and that's how we came up with Reggie Jackson, and like we thought about how we would look, and that's how he looks. You know what I mean? And we kind of spit him in the image of that guy. If y'all honestly, guys, if y'all really look at the Loko, he's sitting fucking front row at every fucking show, and y'all don't even know it, dog. That's what's crazy.
Will the real Reggie Jackson please stand up?
Yeah, right.
You break a kayfabe.
And real talk. I played him the first time I wrestled. I
told you. What did I tell you? You are Reggie Jackson.
I know, but I was Reggie Jackson at first, but he was like the image of that guy. But I had to play him, and I was like, my first match, dog. I was in there with like Super Oprah, Joe Alonzo, and like a couple of other guys, and dog, they put me through the ringer, man. That was like my first official match. I'm not a wrestler, guys. I trained for like 2 weeks for that thing, so.
How'd you like hitting those ropes?
Oof. Oh, no, it was bad. Like, my back was all bruised up.
Dude.
I have a bad knee now, so.
Not joking about them ropes, man.
He's been training for a couple. Yeah. Bodie's all fucked up from it. Bodie wrestled. Stratton's training. He's getting in shape because he is the body guy of podcasting.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, fuck yeah. He'd rip his shirt off right now, but he don't want to make you,
let me see him suckers.
Any more sprung than you already are.
None of this is lies. Other than I gave myself the nickname the body guy of podcasting.
Yeah, the body guy.
He was the body guy of podcasting.
Brian Cage kind of laughed at him when he told him that when we had him on. He's like, I thought that was Chris Van Vliet.
Yeah. He busted him out.
Yeah. And as soon as Brian got off, we're talking shit. Like, fuck that.
Yeah, because, man, you know who tells me that? Who's a real body guy now? Fucking, like, Ninja Mac. That dude spends, like, 2 days out of the day. Like, I called him this morning at 7 o'clock, and he was like, bro, I'm at the gym. I can't go to sleep. Because he wrestled in Providence last night. He goes, at 7 a.m., I'm at the gym. I just got off the plane. I'm going straight to the gym. You know what I mean? I can't go to sleep.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Dude, he texted me looking for some smoke one time, and I was like, he's like, I'm in the hotel. I was like, I don't think you know who you're texting, but hey, man, I'm in Northwest Indiana. Like you're halfway across the country. He's like, oh, sorry,
wrong, Justin. Wrong juice.
Yeah,
dude, I have this awesome idea of like you keep up with what's her name in Milwaukee? Bodie. Lucha.
Mondo Lucha?
Mondo Lucha.
I'm sorry.
Mondo Lucha.
I don't know how that escaped me. It must be the Reggie. But dude, like they have like a mascot dude too. He's like the masked Russian fucking guy. And he's fucking awesome, dude. And they do some cool shit up there too.
Like with a couple of their shows.
Yeah, they do like the burlesque dancing and fucking tacos and lucha and music and shit. But like him versus your guys' fucking mascot, like, is there any plans for like Reggie Jackson to be a fucking actual entity in the ring or what?
I actually have a guy that plays him, but like honestly, Reggie Jackson's kind of fell back to the side, and we kind of like more focused on the wrestling aspect. At first it was cool, but now he's just like, I put him on t-shirts like stuff like this, and
it's dope, dude. The t-shirt's
I like
dope.
that shirt. That shirt's sick,
dude.
Yeah.
So who does all you? Because you guys got mad motherfucking merch, dude. It's because once again, this is for the G's. This is for the hustlers.
Loko.
I like that.
But
shirt. I only accept that tie dye because the only tie dye I like is on like Hollywood Hogan and Superstar Billy Graham.
Yeah, and then
Asian Adonis.
I got different colorways. I'm a big merch head because I've always bought metal shirts.
Yeah,
I've always
gotta be.
Yeah,
dude.
and then my friend Jose Grinder, he's a big death metal guy. He designed this metal, the metal font. He designed that. Any of the other shirts, just by example, this one right here, Miguel Torres.
I know Miguel, dude. Wait, no, I'm thinking of another Miguel. We're thinking of CDF Miguel.
Torres,
oh yeah,
Miguel Torres.
Yeah,
on Instagram, he's HSF713, hustling a struggle and fame. He does a lot of commission work for WWE, AEW, shit like that. And I just know him because he randomly went to one of my shows and he gave me his card and was like, "Hey, bro, I want to design one of your shirts." And he designed the first Loko 420. He came up with that smoking skull type looking one, that we're doing with the belt.
Yeah,
he came up with that.
Belt's gonna look so dope.
So basically, he came up with that when we first did that first GCW versus that Fight Club, because that one officially was our first year anniversary show. So that's right there was a year, and then he was like, "Oh, bro, I'll design this." And then my friend fan gave me this. He designed this. So
yeah, that's dope, dude.
Fans always give me shit. They gave me a custom Loko wrestling shoes. Some guy randomly said, "Hey, bro, I fucking love what you do, bro. Here's some fucking shoes." And I was like, "Wow," you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
The local fans give me all kinds of fucking shit. They give me drugs. They give me fucking free beer, free stuff. I remember one time, I'll tell you a funny story. There was this guy, he goes, "Man, dog, I fucking love Loko, bro. It was the best show." He hands me a bag full of ecstasy. I think there was like 20 of them in there. I was like, bro.
Because I like fucking drugs.
Yeah, and I was like, bro, I gave him, you know what I started doing? I started giving him a fucking way, bro, after the show ended, because I was like, I'm not going to do this shit. I'm too old and my heart can't take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I smoke too many blunts. I smoke too many blunts for me to fucking like do those type of drugs anymore, bro.
Because all the designer shit.
I smoke too many blunts, though. Like I'm smoking 4 or 5 blunts like a day. You know what I mean? So,
dude, sound like my boy Stone. He I don't know, man. He'd always be chilling, but man, that was like some high school shit. I remember one time, used to hang out like in high school, hung out with pretty much everybody. Your rockers, your nerds, your gangbanger kids, and we'd be at like somebody's house for the birthday, hanging out with the homies, you know, and like, dude, I don't know how it was like between 9 and 13 blunts. I don't remember the exact number, but that's why we're all just hanging out and smoking. And I felt like I smoked myself sober, like to the point where I'm like, yeah, I'm just sitting there. I'm like, all right, now my throat just hurts.
Take some edibles. They'll keep on going with that.
But this was back in the day. The only edibles were home baked, you know, in a Lake Station, Indiana. We, you know, throwing some of that Reggie Jackson in the batter.
Oh, when I went to Colorado, there was this guy. I think it was like not the last show I went to, but the last IWC Legacy. This guy said, "Hey, bro, I'm a fucking big fan of Loko, bro. I love what you're doing." And I was wearing my weed shirt. That dude hands me 20 fucking joints, dog. 20 fucking joints, dog.
Damn, Casey Navarro, you've been truly blessed, right?
Oh no, my wife calls it good weed karma because I've never been the shysty guy with my weed. I'll smoke my whole ounce with you and it wouldn't even bat an eyelash and get one a couple of hours later. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I'll give you my address after the show, you know, off air.
Yeah. If you ever come to Loko, man, dog, there's like 30 blunts going around, dog. Like, seriously, dog. Like, it's like that. The vibe is different. That's why I think Loko wrestling separates from all the other wrestling shows, because our vibe is different. Ours is a party vibe. You know what I mean? Everybody's crunk. Nobody leaves. I've seen wrestling shows that a couple of matches and then the fans leave. Like, everybody stays from beginning to end, and we give them 10 motherfucking matches.
Damn.
Guys, you know,
real big, matches, real hard, dog. Real stiff.
Yeah, and they fucking love it, dog. They will not fucking go until the last match is done. So, I love those guys.
It's Texas, man. I'm telling you, it's like, in Chicago, you get some fans that, like you said, they'll fucking leave. And I like that vibe. That's like the vibe with the show. It's like homies hanging out. We're going to a fucking concert, you know, have some beers, party, whatever, you know, have a good time, but always be safe, ladies and gentlemen, boils and ghouls.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
drink responsibly too. And drink responsibly too.
That's right.
I'm telling people to do that, and our shows are BYOB, and I give them 300 beers. And then what's crazy? hey, what's crazy is I got this like Jello. We got this Jello shot guy that brings 200 Jello shots, and he sponsors. Actually, he pays me to be on to throw those to him. Like, that's what's crazy. It's like these people actually pay me to give out their products. You know what I mean? It's like I have to be drinking them. I have to wear their shirts. I have to basically be like, you know, that Wayne's
You're a horror boy.
Yeah, I'm basically, you know, you ever seen that Wayne's World? I don't know if it's Wayne's World 2, where they're like, you know, the pizza and they're wearing the Pepsi hats, where I'm like that. You know what I mean? Yep. I have to wear everything they give me.
Little. What's it say here? It's like
what's yellow, different. Yeah. The
different. Bear. Yeah. We fair change.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah, be fair change. Yeah.
That was one. I think that was one.
I think so. They just sell out, and that's just sad.
Yeah, I know. And I feel like I went a little bit corporate for them a little bit. But the thing is I won't, honestly, guys, I will never leave the Houston Premier Arena, dog, and get like a bigger place. Dude, because
that's a great arena. That's where weren't we there for Palais?
No, you were in Dallas. You were in Dallas for that one. That was Arlington.
Yeah, that's right, Arlington.
Yeah. Damn, I keep thinking we were at the Houston one. I don't know, man. My life's a blur. Fuck me.
But you know what's crazy is that Kyle went up to me at the during WrestleMania weekend. He's like, "Hey, bro, man, let's do a versus, man, Pele Pro versus fucking." He goes, "But no deathmatch." I was like, local wrestling really do, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, "Hey, bro, we need to do some fucking violent shit." So
it's Texas, dude. Once again, kids, it's Texas.
Texas. We need violence. People want violence, dog, you know? And I was like, "Hey, Kyle, we need violence." He goes, "Oh, man, we can't. Can we do light tubes?" And he's like, "No, man, we don't really do that." I was like, "I know what you do. You do wrestling. You do wrestling. You do family wrestling." And I was like, "All right, cool. We don't do family wrestling. We smoke blunts and we get rowdy."
Yeah, dude, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
not at all.
There's a culture and a crew for every bit of professional wrestling, and no matter how you like it. And that's, dude, we are the raw motherfuckers to sit and tell you, the viewer, the listener, the person who wants to be entertained by whatever, what to fucking listen to. We can only suggest. You know, like, that's why it's cool to bring you on, man. You got a different taste, a different flavor from, you know, our homies in Black Label who throw together great shows. I've had great times, you know, Warrior Wrestling, same thing. But you guys got your own little niche that really, you know, kind of calls to the juice. And Bruiser Booty, not so much Sren because he likes Dave Matthews. I've always like, fuck.
There's nothing wrong with a little Dave Matthews.
Oh, you're so tripping, Billy.
Hey, I've met that dude. I did. I used to work at Starbucks, and when I worked in Wisconsin, I used to work
with
by
Tony
the highway.
Schiavone.
And he was playing at this bar not too far from our Starbucks, and I went next door. There was this Greek place and got some fire ass gyros, and I'm standing there, and like I'm right behind Dave Matthews and the tour manager, and I'm standing there, and someone comes up to the dudes in front of me and asks for the guy for a pic. And I'm like, kind of like looking, and as he turns this to the side, I'm like, holy shit, it's Dave Matthews. So I got to talk to him and his tour manager inside this Greek restaurant for a second. And then I went next door to eat my food. Well, they come next door, they walk through, and Dave Matthews comes up to me. He's like, are you following me? And I started cracking up. I was like, I think you're following me. I work here. He started laughing.
Yeah.
Bodie was behind him like a big puppy dog.
I was, dude, trailing behind him, dude. I was like, sign my cup.
That's one thing that I like. I've grown not to do, because I've met some of my heroes, but I've never asked them for pics. I've never asked them for
it's a hard thing. Like, and
I don't really either.
Like what you're doing as a promoter and just even as a human, like, and with me doing the show and everything else, because I do it in music too. Like some of these bands that I've played with and shared a bill with, it's like, wow, I'm meeting like some of my heroes. But you play it cool, like they're a normal fucking person, you know, and you don't ask for silly shit, because let's face it, dude. Like, and this is hard for me to learn because, dude, I do all the promotion for all this shit, you know, music, whatever. Get off your phone and keep that memory up here until fucking old age takes it away or whatever, you know, like, because it's that much more special, and it sincerely, really, truly is. You know, it's cool to be able to document these things, but there's so many creeps. Like, social media has created so many assholes. You see the WWE pictures, like the meet and greets, where people like these straight up fucking, I'm sorry, man, I'm a dork, but these guys are fucking dorks, like grabbing Sasha Banks or Becky Lynch, like, oh, this is my wife. Like the creepy ass weird shit, you know, like, ugh.
Yeah. Like there was times where I wanted to, like, I wish I could have took a picture when I was smoking weed with RVD or Sabu and shit like that. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Or there was a couple of, I don't want to name drop too many people, but like I want to, like,
bust
the people I've done
out.
like drugs with, like the motherfuckers I've done drugs with, it's Big Pop, dog. You know what I mean? So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I know, man. It's fucking, I love, hey, the places I've been. The one thing that made me really mark out was I don't know if y'all used to watch ZCW back in the day. Y'all remember Ruckus?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I remember
Anyways,
Ruckus.
I got to say that was my mark out. There was 2 mark out moments in New York, smoking blunts with fucking Ruckus and meeting Vladimir, the super fan from WWE.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. That they got a doc. I thought they were supposed to have a doc on him.
So did I.
No, you know what? I had a mark out moment for him because I went up to him and told him I wanted to be like you when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to be like you. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to sit front row at all the fire ass events. Yes. So I was like, you starting to notice him, and I was like, and then he's like, I appreciate that. I didn't give him a hug or anything like that or got a picture, but I wanted to give him a hug, dog. You know what I mean? Like
sometimes, as long as you just play it cool, be like, hey, quick picture, whatever. Then it's cool. But even still, I get you, man, because I get like that too. I just like at least want to talk to fucking somebody, I
marked out more for Vladimir than I did Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's how much of a mark I was for Vladimir, dog.
Well, dude, I mark out if I meet remember the old school ECW guys? There was like 2 or 3 dudes that are always like front and center, like ECW TV and shit.
Sign guy, Doug. Yeah, sign guy.
You talking about that straw,
Hawaiian shirt, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was there. Not the hat straw guy, but the guys that were actually in that row all the time, they're actually friends with Vladimir, and they were there at the Hammerstein.
How was that atmosphere? I mean, I watched that shit live, only thing I could say negatively about it was like maybe Brett Lauderdale shouldn't have had so much ring time. I mean, sometimes it seemed like what the fuck, but I mean, I enjoyed it thoroughly pretty much overall. What was it like in person there?
It was fucking fired, man. I got there really early, so I was there before all the fans were there. So I saw a little bit of the insider stuff. And then once I saw all the people, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I told Brett Lauderdale, I was like, hey, bro, you're the one that's inspiring me, bro. You're the one that's like making me like, not the guys in Texas, not the guys in Houston, but you're raising the bar too much to where I'm like, dude, I want to stay on your level, dog, not of these other guys, dog.
Yeah,
because he's been on that level.
Yeah, but he's blending it though too. I mean, some guys will bitch, the diehards that like, hey, it's changing. It's not what it was. We don't have Schlack and Marcus Crane fucking doing blow before a fucking match or whatever, like it's kind of hit a different era for them, and it's growth. And I think it's a cool mainstream mix of like the underground with, we're bringing in guys like Jeff Jarrett and doing programs with Effie, because I'll be honest with you, like something like that intrigues me as a wrestling fan, because you don't expect that, like.
Yeah. I put like me, I do shit. I do weird shit too. I put Chris Carter versus Mascarita Sangrada. I put a grown ass man against a midget. You know what I mean? And then you know what's crazy? I put one of the most famous exoticos, Pimpinella Escalera, against fucking Sadika, and I got Pimpinella to do light tubes. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
and she didn't even do that at Big Effie's Gay Brunch.
Yeah,
she did it with us. So that type of shit. I put Rhino and Mir Muertes, dog, because I was like, man, what if I put an ECW guy and an underground guy? And then we're like, we did it. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those. Oh, and then it was like Ninja Mac was like, man, bro, let's put me against Loki, dog. Big bets. And then sure enough, we did it. So that type of shit. So
you guys doing fire shit. And as we wind down here, I want to kind of get to, speaking of, the fire, eventually, as we wind down to October, you mentioned you guys are taking a break. What can you tell us about that, if and when you guys will return?
Okay, guys, we're going to do July the 23rd and then October the 29th. It's called The Funeral. I'm going to take a small break. Guys, I don't know how long the break is going to be, but I'm going to take a little hiatus for a little bit. We went hard to the paint for 2 fucking years. We made a lot of noise. We made a lot of friends and a few enemies along the way. But, big shout out to fucking No Peace Underground guys. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and and those guys, hey, yeah, and we made friends with VXS. We're part of the GCW family. And whenever they come down to Texas, they holler at your boy Jaime. I want to do stuff with Unsanctioned Pro. We bring the unicorns down. We just want to give everybody shine.
Love the unicorns.
We're gonna take a little, and we're gonna take a small little break. And I hope you miss us. I hope the wrestling world misses because we need a break. We need a break, guys. I need a break, guys.
Yep.
I need a break. So please just bear with us. The next events are gonna be live on the title match network. So go check us out there, man. So, but we're gonna go away for a little bit. Don't worry, we'll be back. But when, we don't know. You don't know. We'll let you know.
That's right.
My cat.
There, yeah.
It's funny you got like the adrenaline cat.
Oh yeah. My cat Joji. He's been part of the gimmick. Like if you see the picture, he's with me. You know what I mean? So he's actually big now. Like he's fucking humongous. And we just try to incorporate everything into Loko. From
Dude, the artwork, your promo shit is fire. It's like you guys stand there. It's like a King of the Hill art piece, and you guys are all the characters drawn up totally Mike Judge style. It's like that shit's sick. For the promo, we used the Simpsons character review. Like that shit's sick too, man.
My friend Ryan Shaw. He does all of our like hand drawn stuff, and we actually come up with 2 flyers. We come up with one from the streets, and then we do one with full animated and everything like that. So it's just one of those things where we're just doing our thing, man. We're just trying to be a little bit different. So.
Hey, and dude, as we end here, brother, I need to know. There's one question as a promoter. As a booker, what is the one match that you haven't booked yet that is on your fucking list that in your head you could make happen?
Guys, I know I can make this happen, but I want to do Sadika versus fucking that. I don't know. Have you heard of this deathmatch girl named Sadie Cakes? Sadie Cakes?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I've seen that on Twitter and Instagram.
Oh, anyways, she looks good. I think what I want to do is I want to do a bra and panties match with those two, Sadika and Sadie, because okay, guys, when y'all see Sadika at GCW, she's gonna look. I mean, at IWC, she's gonna look way different. She doesn't look nothing like what she did when you previously saw her. She's gonna look different. So I think it's time now to do that match. We're not gonna do it like Circle 6 and put like an intergender bra and panties. Nah, we're going to give you 2 girls. I know I can pull that off. I've already talked to both of them. I don't know when I'm going to pull this off. Hopefully I can pull this off at the funeral. Hopefully. There's a couple of other matches. I want to bring in Hoodfoot. I want to bring in, I just want to bring in more death. I want to do more death matches. I want to bring in MC Hardbody. I want to, on the funeral, I want to give them half death match and half pro wrestling. You got
to, man. It makes sense. It makes fucking sense.
It does.
It's like one of those. It's like a tape cassette. There's an A side and a B side. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. We're gonna give you basically 2 wrestling events in one. I might even do a dark match too, just to fucking say fuck it. So
nice.
It's just one of those things. We're gonna give you everything, dog. Like I'm working my ass off. You're gonna remember Loko wrestling, and when we go away, y'all gonna be like, "Damn, dog! Everybody's doing the same old super indie stuff." You know what I mean? We can only do so many combinations, guys. So I even see people going to the obscure lucha libre now. You know what I mean? Trying to get those guys. So people are looking for new stuff to do. So.
Well, dude, Chicagoland, we got Galley Lucha. There's some fire lucha libre up there.
I know. Hey, Galley's, he don't like me, bro.
Really, Carlos?
Like me at all. No, he doesn't like me, bro. The first time real talk, the first time I ever talked to him, he yelled at me, dog.
No, he yelled at me too. And then I was like, Carlos, fuck you. It's like, okay. That didn't really happen.
He yelled at me. No, he yelled at me over like something that was super small. And I told him, hey, bro, let's work together, guys, not work against each other. So we're cool now. But like at first he didn't like me, man. So we're semi-cool, so I guess. But big shout out to Gotti. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of those guys. I'm not shitting on him, though, but it was just one of those first impressions.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah. Sometimes you'll fucking have that. It's unfortunate. Hey, where can everybody find you guys at on social media? Where can they buy merch from?
As far as merch,
and previous events, if they want to check out Loko, where can they watch?
Okay, guys. If you want to watch past events, if you want to watch the whole full catalog, go to Title Match Network. Or if you want to go on the YouTube channel, you can check out, single matches on its own. Shane Mercer's up there with Chris Carter, a lot of the Saudi ones. So you can go check that out. As far as social media, you can follow me at Jaime Martinez on Instagram and Facebook, and Loko Wrestling, Loko.wrestling on Twitter and Instagram. And we don't have a YouTube channel or anything like that. And that's pretty much it, dog. So
Jaime is a smart motherfucker. Don't give it away for free.
No. The thing is I love to give away. I love to give away wrestling for free because you have to show it to them fresh. We just can't give them clips from the unicorns. We got to show them a full match. That's why whenever our events end, I like to drop 2 or 3 matches right off the bat on YouTube because we want to come on, dog. There's 10 matches, dog. You can go back and watch the other 7. So, I appreciate everybody checking out Loko, man. Thank you. So,
fuck yeah, brother. Well, dude, I can't wait for the events you got coming up, dude. And, come back when you can, when you feel right, when you feel the time is right. And I know for sure that people are going to be missing you guys because you guys have created a stellar fucking vibe in the independent wrestling community, in my motherfucking opinion. So, if I didn't think you did, I wouldn't have wanted to talk to you because I don't have to if I don't want to. And you guys, hey, real talk. I mean, if it ain't fire, it ain't fucking Loko. You know what I mean?
No, it's if it ain't Loko, it ain't fire, daddy.
Yeah, there you go.
I watched it, but it doesn't matter because you guys fucking rule ass anyway.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Hey, and thank you all for watching and listening. Right now, hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube. Share it with your motherfucking friends. If you're listening anywhere in podcast land, there's a million places you can get Juice Pro Wrestling and the jpdub podcast. Please rate and review. And once again, share it with people. It's fucking simple. It's a good time. Hang out, drink a beer, smoke, do what you like, and listen to some motherfuckers talk about some great shit going on in the entire world of professional wrestling and beyond. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. One more thing real quick. Handsome Prick. We're live July 9th, Tinley Park.
Who?
Oh, Sound Growler Brewing. That's right. They were just at the Decibel Metal and Beer Fest. And now we're going to be rocking their fucking joint July 9th. Handsome Prick. All ages, $5. Come check us out. Until next time. The Juice. Bruiser Bodie. Sweating. He's so fucking quiet, but he's still a savage.
And Jaime Martinez.
If it ain't Loko, it ain't fire, daddy.
Wet him up. Wet him up. Wet him up. Wet him up.
So fucking what? For Jaime Martinez and Loko Wrestling, if you ain't down, then you know what the fuck you're doing with your
Down on it.
You gonna do sex to me? Did you like that video? If so, be sure to hit like and subscribe and check out more killer content from your boys at Juice Pro Wrestling. Whoa, yeah!